Hey everyone, thank you for checking today's video, and before I am going to start on my commission and everything detailing that in the process, I just wanted to say sorry for such a long break. I lost motivation for a while, but I'm finally starting to get it back, so thought I'd, finally make a video again. Back to the commission though, like the video title mentions, this is my first ever paid commission, and I'm really proud of that. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the process of the commission and my art for the past few years and where I came from and how I got here, I guess. First off, I'm going to be talking about the commission. Like I said, this is my first commission ever, and I was commissioned by the lovely person called Nuck. I had found their posting on a Discord group, and they asked if I could do a duo profile picture, which I agreed to, and that's what I'm doing here in the speed paint. In total, this commission took a little less than 7 hours, which, if I think about it, is the longest I have ever spent on any one of my pieces, because I was really motivated to do this since it was my first paid commission, and I was really proud of how it was turning out, so I made sure to spend extra time on it. And truthfully, I do like to spend time now that I'm having multiple commissions. I do love to spend a lot of time on my commissions. I think it creates a nice environment and helps me get more commissions. The thing I probably loved most with this commission was probably the popping colors. It was hard to decide on colors every once in a while, but honestly, I really like how everything goes so well together, even though it's like a rainbow of colors. You'd think it'd be a little too much for the eyes, but honestly, I think it looks really nice, and I'm really proud of how I incorporated all of these colors yet still made it look really good. Another thing I was very proud of with this picture was I don't do a lot of rendering usually. I only just really started figuring out how to do rendering, and don't do it very often. But in this piece, I really tried to render at least a little bit of it, and I was really proud of how that ended up turning out, because it made the piece like so much more vibrant and colorful and popping, and it added so much more detail than I was initially expecting, which makes me really happy. The pose that I ended up picking for this, although I haven't ever tried it before, I'm not gonna kid myself, it's not the most dynamic pose, and I hope to improve on those aspects of my art, but I do like that I did try something new, even if it isn't as dynamic as I might have wanted it to be. It still makes me happy to see. Now that I talked about my likes and what I could have improved on with this commission, I think it's time to talk about my past and where this all came from and how I started. Because I think with every good artist, you should tell a bit about your past, even if you're not proud of it, and even if some of your drawings looked trash at the time. I think every artist should talk a little bit about it. I mean, it makes funny moments, and, it's nice to look where you came from and how far you've come, I think I started taking art seriously around 4 or 5 years ago. That's around the time I got my first tablet to do art on, and I just started actually trying to improve instead of just doing whatever I felt like in the moment. But I've technically been drawing my whole life. I mean, not good, but I have been. My first OC was a plain purple bat. Her name was Gracie, and I don't remember the story I ended up creating for her. I think I said she fell out of a tree and got saved by some demon wolf. I know, very original story writing right there. But yeah, that was my first OC. And from there, I just made more and more, and sooner or later, they started to get better and more original. Besides Snealia, my OC, there is another OC that I love a lot, but I have not featured on my channel yet. I still have to do that, and I will eventually. I really do like them. Their name is Rico, and they're definitely one of my older OCs with actual story that is, still standing to this day. And speaking of stories, I actually found my very first comic, and I'm not proud to say it's awful. I'll put up a picture on the screen, and it was not pretty, and I've definitely improved with comic making since then. Here's a bit of my old comic. It was not good whatsoever and was left unfinished for a reason. And then here are a few examples of some of my newer comics and works, and as you can see, they are major improvements, and hopefully I'll finish them someday. It's hard to believe 4 years ago I made that first comic, which was, let's just say, utter garbage, even though I know I was younger and I had no experience with comic making. Still, it's no excuse for being lazy and incompetent, even if I was 4 years younger. Shame on my younger self, for real. I mean, I guess I can't dog on my comic too much, because there was so many more horrible things I drew when I was younger. I don't even want to talk about my FNAF phase. But yeah, this is my first paid commission, and that's a little bit more about me and my older art. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will upload some more art soon.